viewers of the Old Man channel, the Old Man channel have come to the tour of the village. This is our town. For sure you can see our buildings the way they are. In fact, to tell you to be sure that we are in the wilderness, we first of all look at the buildings that we have, and this is actually what we have been doing. In fact, this is the wilderness, and this is where we stay. In fact, we have been telling you that we live in a lot of problems, and actually the problems that we are seeing is the ones that, in fact, we try to expose so that we may get people who are more merciful to us. In fact, as you can see, this is actually where we live, and surely this is where we stay. In fact, our resting place, as you can see, in this tree, this is our hotel, the biggest hotel that we live in, and this is where we stay. And as we stay here, this is where we get our foods, our drinks, and everything. You can see our buildings, you can see the way we live. In fact, to make life more habitable, just because for the last 50 years, we have started to settle in this wilderness. This is actually all what we have achieved. For sure, as we can go around, you can see what we have been achieving. In fact, you can see for yourself. These are even our lavatories. Our lavatories are here. This is actually where we live. This is where we do help ourselves. These are our lavatories as you can see them. Yeah? For sure, this is all what we can describe as the place that somebody comes to help in. These are our lavatories. And for sure now, we have started to have something else better. These are now the new buildings that we have started. In fact, we have even started to have vehicles around this place. In this place, we have started to have vehicles. And surely enough, this is our dustbin. This is where we drop our litters. For sure you can see what happens and the way we live. This is actually the way we stay. And surely enough, this is where we are. Now you can see we have started to develop more, and we have started to build better houses. This is now the best house you can even find in this wilderness. This is where we call our shopping center. Our shopping center. And there is nothing more than a shopping center. This is actually the best you can find. Our stores, our provision stores are these ones that they are finding around this end. This is actually our agrovet. Yeah? This is where we buy our agrochemicals and whatever. In fact, as you can see, this is how we live, this is how we stay. In fact, this is the wilderness, and for sure, you can see for yourself how we live, how we stay, how we survive, and for sure, all kind of things that we do. In fact, for better survival, that's when we started business. And this is the business now, this is our business environment, this is our town. In fact, it's our city, the city in the wilderness, as you can see. We got no security around. In fact, this is the place that we come for our meetings. This is our resting place. This is the place that we come to rest. This is where we live. Now, when we talk of this tree, we are talking of a tree that is of better help to us. In fact, for sure, it's medicinal. This is actually what we to look, what we do, and what we eat. This is what we call, in botanical name, in botanical name, it's a bit hard to talk of the botanical name, but we are having it. In fact, I can even try to talk more about it. In fact, this is all what you can see. Now, it is green. It is what it produces. It produces green when you unlock its back. you find the green color in it. There's actually, it extends even inside to have the green color. This is what we have. In fact, as we can go around the tree is just too big. This is the wilderness tree. As you can see it, this is actually what we call the mocoriondo. The mocoriondo. The mocoriondo. It is called the mocoriondo. Yes. My dear viewers, as we have come around, you can see how our wilderness is, the way we have started to grow, the way we have started to make things, and for sure, as we say, there's the survival tactics. We have grown very hard. You can even see our hotels around. These are our hotels, and for sure, we have also another tree here. This is our city. This is the city in the sun, where we call our city. In fact, this is where we live. This is where we live. This is where we find our daily bread. And these are our buildings. And I believe, my dear viewers, you have seen quite enough how we have been living, how we have been surviving, and what we do. This is Old Man Channel for sure. I believe you like my videos, you love them, you subscribe, you like, you share, and for sure I believe, my dear viewers, as you keep watching me, I'll be grateful if you subscribe, share, and thank you very much.